action. We're now live. Hi. You're late again.
That's what I am.
Well, we've got a lot to get through today. So I'm just going to head and start with introductions. I'm Nicole from Woodley Foot and Ankle, and this is
Dr. Woodley Foot and Ankle.
So, because this is a big topic, and I got a question over the weekend about the difference between custom orthotics and prefabricated orthotics. And the question was more specifically, when we say custom, does that mean memory foam? So why don't you give us a little bit of the difference between custom orthotics and prefab? Prefab is what?
So, what is an orthotic? An orthotic is a device that goes in your shoe. A foot orthotic is a device that goes in your shoe that basically balances you. It will offload or take pressure off certain areas on the foot that if you're having an issue, along your the ball of your foot, we can make a device that's specific for that problem. So an orthotic is not what you get. A custom orthotic is not something that you can get over the counter. It is not something that you could just buy from Walmart. That is more of a cushion. An orthotic is a medical device that is made by a professional who has training to basically diagnose your problem and design something that's going to help your medical issue. So what you get over the counter, prefabricated or one that you just get off the shelf, it's basically an insert and a cushion. It's not like a custom orthotic. A custom orthotic is definitely more involved in the fabrication.
Okay, I got show and tell. Okay. I brought my orthotic. Well, we may should go this way because that kind of makes sense. So these are the ones that you made for me. And so how is this different from if I just take my tennis shoe off and the insoles that are in my tennis shoe?
Yes.
And there's a foot over there if you wanted to use that one too.
So
you need both of them? You keep one?
No. So basically an orthotic is we will actually take a mold of your foot. From that mold, you can actually make a device from that mold. So it's specific to you. When you get something, like I said before, off the shelf, it's not specific to you. A lot of them are just arch support. So this is not just arch support. If you have a flat foot, we'll make an orthotic that will design your flat foot. If you have a high arch foot and you get a regular orthotic off the shelf or prefabricated, what will happen generally is most likely it's more so arch support, and it's just going to make your foot go over the end more, kind of cause more pain. That's why people with high arch feet really can't use those prefabricated, those things off the shelf.
So, and this one already has an arch in it. You can kind of, if I turn it right here, you can see where it goes up. So that's the arch of my foot from the mold that you took.
Yes.
And then there's a heel piece in here that's also an indentation, which you don't really find in the ones that are in the insoles or inserts that are in the store. You don't necessarily find them that have this big heel cup in them. What does the heel cup do?
Well, so it all depends on, some people will need a heel cup, some people will not need a heel cup. It's all specific to you. It's not necessarily for, you won't find them in the stores mostly.
But what I'm saying is, what does the heel cup do?
It controls the rear foot. I mean, depending on what your problem is, it will control the rear foot.
Okay. And then there's a heel on it. What is that for?
Again,
I've always wanted to know what is this little doodad for?
It's specific to you.
Well, I know this. I'm saying it's specific to me because this one's mine. This was my right foot. So what was
I don't remember exactly why we put it on for you. I mean, it was on there. It must have some people have limb length discrepancies.
I do not have limb length discrepancy.
Well, clearly you do.
Well, no, I don't, because it's on both of them.
Yeah, but so maybe you need a little. Maybe you were tight in one of the muscles and you needed some help. That's what you usually do.
So it's not necessarily that one leg is shorter than the other. It's just what?
It could be that if you're tight in your Achilles area, a heel lift will help take some pressure off of the Achilles area.
Okay, and then who do you usually recommend custom orthotics for?
People with high arch feet who can't use those off this shelf orthotics, people with heel pain, people with if they have pain in their metatarsal. I mean, there's a whole list. Pretty much anybody can get an orthotic because it's just something that is going to balance you, because with time sometimes those muscles will actually start to weaken or stretch, and an orthotic will just balance you and take pressure off your knees, off of your back. It basically aligns your body.
And then what kind of shoes can you put orthotics in? Because I mean, clearly this is not going in a stiletto.
Yes. So I can make an orthotic.
I tried. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in stilettos.
Tell the people mind their business if they ask you a question.
I'm just saying it doesn't bend like that.
No,
It doesn't work.
so some orthotics, you can have your orthotics made specifically if you wear high heels. We have orthotics that you can make for a high heel. We have orthotics. This would be in more like a sneaker or something like that, or tennis shoes, something like that, or some, your casual shoes. But you can actually have your orthotics made thicker or thinner. I could use graphite to make them thinner. So there's a list of
Wait.
different.
What's graphite?
It's like a very hard material that's thin, and it allows us to make.
Plastic?
It's like a plastic, but it's very hard.
Okay.
And so it's.
Does it make you bionic?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It makes you superhuman.
Look at that. Oh, we need more of those. We need more people who need superhuman feet. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it will fit in your shoes, specific shoes. So like if people who wear dress shoes if you go to church and this is not going to fit in your dress shoe, we can make something specific to you, custom, like a custom orthotic.
Now then, once you take the mold of the foot, so let's say, I've got a whole closet full of shoes. Some are great, some, I need some more, support or work going into them. Mm-hmm. Do you have to do the mold for the different orthotic, or can you do one mold and then you're done?
Yeah, I could do one mold, and from that mold, we would just change the material to fit into the shoe that you want specifically. And sometimes, if it's a real custom shoe, I could actually take the shoe and we could build an orthotic in the shoe.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That is really cool. Mm-hmm. So, insurance. Does insurance cover these?
Sometimes, sometimes it's hit or miss. For the most part, insurance will take some portion of it, but it's hit or miss a lot of times.
Okay, and then we're almost out of time, but I did want to bring up another cool orthotic that you're doing here in the office, and it's the Orpix.
Yes. So this is a different type of.
And we'll talk about this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We'll talk about this a little bit more because this is like so cool for our diabetic patients and our patients who have, diabetes. Yes. And neuropathy, right?
Neuropathy.
Yeah,
yes.
for neuropathy and diabetics. These are so cool.
So this is the latest type of orthotic. If you'll see a little, it's like a little plug. That's how you have to charge these orthotics. So
there's a USB port.
That's what it is.
That's so cool.
Plug.
Okay.
So basically what is happening is, diabetics lose toes, they lose feet, they lose legs due to the neuropathy. They can't feel. So basically what this does is it monitors the pressure, it monitors the temperature. So if you're developing a wound, especially on the bottom of your foot or on your toes, this will alert us. It comes with a little phone, and it will alert your phone that, hey, there's something you need that needs your attention in your shoe, because a lot of times diabetics can't feel their feet. So this will actually alert them, and it's connected to our office, so we'll also get a alert that, hey, there's something wrong with patient A. You need to call them and have them come in, or have them inspect their foot. So this is the latest, and I recommend this for anybody with numb feet and diabetes, because this can literally save your leg.
Wow. Okay, we'll talk about these a little bit more because I know there's some more in-depth technology stuff that goes into it, like the phone and whatnot. And I think this will be a little bit bigger topic. But we gotta run because it's the night before school starts, and stuff is crazy right now. In a good way. In a good way. We appreciate our teachers. We appreciate the administrations that are going out there and just trying to make everything safe for our teachers and our admins and our custodians and the people who are out there just, getting our schools ready. If you're already back to school, hang in there. Lead with kindness. Lead with grace. Wash your hands. Wear your mask up, hand sanitize, and do you want to add anything?
Let's go back to school.
Let's go back to school. All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. So somebody was saying wait. That's why I was trying to stall. They were trying to say wait, we're getting more people online. I don't know who that was though.
That's probably, what's her name?